Good afternoon. I thought I'd do one outside because, well, the weather's nice and I've had a dead good day and I've been outside all day and I want to stay outside actually, because when I film at home and I do it in the loft, right, and it's not good insulation. And why are you talking about insulation, Steve? Because it was more interesting in the game to talk about how insulated or not, and probably not very energy efficient my loft is. But yeah, it's a million degrees up there, and I thought, I can't be bothered doing that. I might have to go and do a fan channel one up there, but it is what it is. Anyway, so are we going to talk about the game? Honestly, do you want to? Or would you rather talk about anything else that's happened today? Why do the players look not bothered? There's a few damning stats going around. One of the major one being how we've seen Wolves, for starters, just gain so many more points with a new manager than Ruben Amorim has. Yes, more of a tactical shift from their previous manager to their current, from our previous manager to current manager than they've had from the two managerial changes that they've undergone. But it's still not enough, is it? It's still not good enough, is it? You know, there's mitigating circumstances for sure, and United have had it's starting to mount up with the amount of injuries that United have really had now, but it's still just not good enough, is it? You know, we've been able to hold possession. There was a period towards the end of the first half, and I only saw from the second half. I have gone and tried to skip through some of what happened in the first half, but honestly, it was a cursory glance. I'm not going to lie to you. There was a little bit of possession towards the back end of the first half, and then people are going to say it was only from their red card, but actually United were holding the ball relatively well and we was getting into a decent shape prior to the red card. I think the red card came on the back of that. I didn't like the commentary. I pulled the commentary on, and at the end of the game, talking about the circumstances of the red card, how unfortunate it was, how he didn't mean it, how this, that and the other. At the end of the day, I've seen United players do that exact same thing, been sent off and not had a shred of sympathy from commentary. So you lot can all sling it for starters. That's bang out of order. But do you know what the most damning thing about this is? And I will get onto the fact that the players look like they don't care, because they do look like they don't care. Genuinely look like they could not find a toss to give. But the most damning thing in all of this for me is the fact that we do actually have some stuff to play for. Manchester United are in a semi-final this week. That matters, or it should matter, because it is a route through to European football. Now, I don't necessarily think, like we have sort of seen in recent weeks, Amorim not throw the game, but like definitely prioritise the Lyon matches rather than the league matches that was around him. I don't think his team selection screamed that in the slightest today. If that would have been the case, I would have expected to see the likes of Fredrickson from the start. I would have expected to see the likes of Chido Obi from the start. That wasn't the case at all, actually. The most frustrating thing is it feels like there's probably not a lot of options, granted, but it feels like there's probably a couple more options than we seem to be. Just the continual selection of Højlund and Garnacho is baffling to me. I know Højlund scored, so everyone's going to be like, oh, well, Højlund scored a goal. Cool, it's his first goal this calendar year. Do we get nothing about that? It didn't look dangerous, did it? Was it his only shot of the game? Do you know what I mean? Chido comes on and has a dangerous shot that he's had to work to get immediately. He looks more dangerous to me. Garnacho seems to have gone back to the, I'm not bothering creating for people, I'm just going to try and shoot myself anytime I get the opportunity. For me, those are a couple of the most glaring issues. Go through the rest of the team. Look, Dorgu's made a mistake today, right? And not been hugely involved in the game in a positive sense. Luke Shaw's come in, left side centre half at first, and then it seemed like he ended up as left wing back, really. Got on the ball a hell of a lot, always has had that ability, and that's why I think he actually does genuinely really suit the left side centre half spot quite well. And if you've got him and Martinez sort of vying for first choice in that spot, I think that's fine. Are they either world class at the moment? Well, I think Martinez can be. I don't know if he is once he comes back from this series of injuries that he's had. But it's fine. It's not an issue that United have to absolutely fix immediately. It's fine. I think Lenioro came into his own, again did well in his duels. Seems like he's growing defensively. And he's always going to be reliable. He's just always going to be reliable on the ball. Maguire's Maguire, and I'm not sure how long it's going to be anything. Whether he's a positive or negative influence on the team. I don't think he was necessarily a negative influence on the team today, but I don't think he's going to be a Manchester United player for too much longer. So going forward, I expect De Ligt to probably lock down that central centre-half spot. And then you've got a ton of other centre-halves in and around the mix, Fredrickson included, who are going to be perfectly adequate cover. Mazraoui as well. So you've got depth in that one position. We didn't see Amas Dorgu, Diego Leon. I presume you're not going to see us sign a left wing back. Do we need a right wing back? Yeah, we do. Hence why I did a video the other day where I said, Kyle Walker-Peters is not the most terrible option. On a free transfer, you can get something out of him. Certainly a serviceable player. World class? No. Cafu reborn? No. Frimpong? No, not even. But you absolutely require you might need 6 or 7 starters to make this Manchester United team a viable, challenging team. And I don't necessarily think signing the likes of Kyle Walker-Peters do that. But teams do sink and swim on the worst players in the team. This team needs so many. But, I'm getting distracted here. The midfield absolutely is not good enough. Ugarte, I thought, looked good when he came on. He ultimately is going to require being rested at some point, just the case, the way it is. Bruno created another bucket load of chances. No one can finish them off. There was a lot of chances created today by United. Not a lot of good shooting. Why? Because the forward lineup is not good enough. Honestly, at the start of the season, I said this is a West Ham level lineup. And that was when Marcus Rashford was still here as well. And it's gotten worse. And that was when actually I still believed that there was a player in Rasmus Højlund. I no longer believe that. United needs so many players. I genuinely would just be playing Cheeto to the end of the season in the league because you have got nothing to lose. The players clearly aren't arsed in the league. Are they playing within themselves so they don't get injured, so they can actually put a bit of a show on against Bilbao? You can't turn it on and off like that. Form is a thing. You have to continually keep playing well. You can't just decide you're going to play one week and not the next. It doesn't work like that. Nowhere near good enough. And again, Manchester United nowhere near good enough. Well done salvaging a point. Means cock all. And the damning thing, again, I don't know if I meant to mention this at the start of the video. I don't know if I did. Bournemouth are the team out of the two of us here going for European football. What upside down land is going on? How is that anything? Do you know what I mean? Garbage. Get this season dealt with. Drawn a line under it. Hopefully we can get something out of Bilbao. I was chatting to one of my mates who's a Rangers fan. I was like, talk to me about Bilbao. And he said nothing special. Give me a little bit of confidence. So I was like, good. Because United are definitely nothing special at the moment. But somehow we might be able to scratch ourselves into a Europa League final. And he was going, oh yeah, and then Spurs in the final. And you're like, not necessarily, because it'd be the most Spurs things ever to not get themselves in that final, wouldn't it? People are like, how do you think we'll do against Spurs? Could be United versus Spurs to save a season. Neither of us are there yet. Can't be counting them chickens. Counting your fucking chickens, come away with a fillet of fish. Where this fucking season's gone. Let me know your thoughts on that. Do you agree the players don't look bothered? Or do you think it's just we're not good enough? Or is it we're not good enough and they don't look bothered? Or is it something else? Peace out. See you in a bit.